Hello, my name is Patrick Dean, and I'm co-founder of Blackbelt in Relationship along with my wife, Nancy Dean.
Hello.
And we're here, we want to invite you into our home, and we were just going to talk for a few minutes about a couple of different topics. But one of the things that I wanted to bring up here to talk about with you is a question that has come in from some of the people that are in our dojo program. So the question is, my husband has habits that drive me nuts. What do I do about it?
So are you asking me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right, just checking.
Yeah. Not that I have the habits, of course, but
No, you do have a few, but they don't drive me nuts anymore. I mean,
Okay.
because in the first part of our marriage and being together, I mean, I really tried to constantly bring to your attention, certain things that you do. I mean, as an example, like you have a habit where you kind of have to drop a piece of clothing in every room of the house, and it drove me crazy, and I would keep at you, and then I started feeling like a nag about it, and then I read a book.
yeah.
And in the book, it was a novel, and in the novel, the woman's husband dies, and she's just so upset because every time she comes home, all the things that drove her crazy were no longer in existence. And because there weren't dishes in the sink or water glasses everywhere or mud on the carpet or whatever it was, it was a reality that she was alone. And that changed everything for me. I mean, I still remind you certain things, but I have no more expectations. Because I know someday that if you weren't here and you weren't with me, that when I walked through the doors of this house, I would miss seeing your article of clothing around the house. That it would be a reality that you were gone.
Wow.
So for me, that changed everything.
Well, I think, there's an interesting thing I think about a maturity in relationship that comes from acceptance of the things about for me, the things that I love about you come packaged with the things that sometimes irritate me or are something I wouldn't necessarily do. So it's like I can't pick. I guess we want to pick the package and go, I want, like in a car or something, I want these options, but I don't want those. But in a relationship, you get the whole package of the person. Thank God I got the whole package of who you are. And that comes with some of that stuff that's that you might not like. But I think it's trying to change people is a tough one. It's a tough one. And I've just loved being in relationship and getting the whole package.
It's kind of interesting though, because he has this thing about the fact that my car should be spotless most of the time, and I don't really go down that path.
That comes from my past with my father.
And so if I weren't here and my car wasn't here, and every time you looked at your cars and they were always clean, you'd be reminded of me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there'd be no dirty car.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So the trade-off is so much more to get the whole package of the whole person. And if there was stuff that was totally, totally outrageous, that was really difficult to put up with, you and I would have a conversation, and we've solved those problems over the years that we've been married, and it's so worth it to change a habit just to have a great relationship.
Yeah, and most of the time when something's really bothering me about you or about what's going on, and I'm not talking about the really critical moral problems. I'm talking about the little to-do-ness of every day. It isn't about you. You're very comfortable doing what you do. So what's creating this animosity has nothing to do with you. It has
Well, what
to
do you
do
mean
with
by
me.
that?
Well, it's okay for you. I mean, you don't have an issue leaving, your clothes around, or you don't have an issue in the things that you do that kind of drive me crazy. You're perfectly fine and happy. So I'm not happy, so the issue's mine.
Uh,
So I have a choice. I can clean it up, or I can let it go.
uh-huh.
But how I react and how I decide to feel about it is totally my responsibility, because you're perfectly okay with it. Like, I'm okay with my car. I mean, when my car gets to a certain point, I go and wash it.
That's
It's
it.
never dirty, comparatively speaking, but, when I'm ready, I'll wash my car. And I never even think about it,
That's it.
except when you mention it.
Yep. Well, thank God we're here to mention it to each other. Yeah. Well, we want to thank you very much for being here for this short time. And we're going to have more of these where we talk about questions in relationship. And so we're doing a call every Tuesday night, every other Tuesday night, called Dojo. You can check out on our website, blackbeltinrelationship.com. And we're doing stuff around extraordinary relationships and conversations like this. And if it's something that interests you and you want to create extraordinary in relationship, tune in, stay with us. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And email us any questions you have. Thanks. Have a great day.